Hello, this is the NaNoWriMo report for day 10, I think it is. And as you can see, I got a different change of scene. I'm standing at the bridge across Teganuma, which is the big sort of tributary lake to the Tonigawa, which is just... Abiko is between a river and a lake. And this is about 20 minutes bike ride away from my house. And I was in the middle of writing a scene. Hannah Walker, my protagonist, gets cornered by the cops. She's got cops at the front of her apartment, little tiny dinky Japanese apartment, and a cop round the back, and her boyfriend have got to escape. And I got stuck. I wrote about 500 words today, and I just thought, oh no, I need to write another 300 to stay on target. But I couldn't for the life of me figure out how she's going to get out of it. This is a sort of locked room mystery type scene. You know, a locked room where, how did they do the murder? The police arrive, there's a body and it's in a locked room. Well, this is kind of the reverse of that. She's got to escape from a locked room. I'm not sure how she's going to do it. I'm hoping that I'll get inspired by just coming out here. This is a good thing. This could be a tip for a writing tip, is when you get stuck, get on your bike, do some physical exercise, go for a walk, change your scene, and you never know what you might come up with. So I've written, about 500 words, maybe no, close to 600 words, I think. I just did a 25-minute stint. It's a Saturday today, which sometimes when you get out of your routine, when you don't have the pressure of time, you tend to waste it. The story of my life, anyway. So I've got to write another 200 words, and I've got to write my way out of this impasse. This is the fun part, though. This is the fun part of, when I do figure out a way out for Hannah, it will be very satisfying. I'm trying to make it something original, not just climbing out the window. There's got to be some way that she evades the police in a very Hannah Walker way. Nice little challenge. These are the challenges that you set yourself as a writer, and that's why you do it. Anyway, I didn't want to particularly show my my ugly mug because this is far more pleasant. I looked at my watch and I saw that the sun was going to set at 4:36. It's now about that time now. I didn't factor in that it's a bit cloudy. One of my hobbies is actually painting, and I would like to think that one day I'll be able to sell a few, but at the moment it's just purely a hobby. I've been doing it for about 4 or 5 years, and sunsets, of course, are a great time. Just looking at the colours and how the light bounces off the lake, and trying to reproduce that with watercolour and eventually with oil paints is a challenge that I will set myself when I'm a bit tired of writing. So what else? Let's see. Today I've got to give a quote. Oh, and a tip. Have I given you a tip? I don't know if I've given you a tip apart from getting on your bike. A tip. How about a nitty-gritty tip? When you're busy writing and you come up against something that you haven't researched or you need to do more work on, and you don't want it to stop your flow, just type XXX, 3 capital X's, triple X, or whatever, something like that. It's easy to do, and then you can go through when you've finished your draft at the end of the NaNoWriMo and do a search and replace for XXX, and it will zip through. You'll find the next XXX, and you'll see all the bits that you need to further research. Therefore, you don't have to interrupt your writing. So I use that if I forget somebody's name, or I have a character that I haven't thought of a name, I put XXX, or different ones for different characters. Like there's a Yakuza guy that I haven't decided what I'm going to call him, and I just call him Yak Boy, Yakboy. And so now I can just search for Yak Boy and replace it with a better name when I get the chance. Also, I do that with when I'm writing a scene and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or not, and I think, I need to put more description of the scene here. And I'll just put XXX, more description needed here. And then if I cut the scene, I can cut it without, instead of wasting time writing a very arty-farty, poetic write-up. Instead, I've just put XXX, and I can, like I say, saves me time, and I can go back and add the poetry later. This first draft is just to see that the story works and that it's good and it's worth writing, and I might move scenes around, so don't want to do too much now. Okay, finally, misremembered quote of the day is from, I've forgotten her name. The author of the Mass Arai mysteries is a Japanese-American oh God, I've forgotten the name. But anyway, if you look up Mas Arai, Arai, Mas MAS, they're the mysteries of a San Francisco Japanese American gardener who solves mysteries. Anyway, this character said, actually it's not that great a quote, as it's pretty obvious, but he says, "Oh, meetings are entirely pointless. They're there purely for the high-toned to impress other people about themselves." I think high-toned means good speakers, not necessarily white folks. Though it might mean that as well. Can't remember. Anyway, right. I should get back on my bike and get back to work. Finish my 200 words and get on with the day. What's left of the day. Anyway, thought you might enjoy that. Cheerio. See you tomorrow.